We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Cleveland. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
19, Tiger, 19.
To throw is Milton. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Milton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Cougar 19.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, here's Shadur. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Cowboy 80. Cut back team.
Sanders to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10. Come on. 30-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready? Go.
Once again, Judkins. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
They defer to Brown to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, break.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing is Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 78 yards. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Sanders. He'll swing this out to Sampson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Ready?
Throwing, Sanders. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw now, here's Sanders. Open man, he completes it to Judy. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play it out level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 49 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Sanders. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
The 17.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Ready, break. Let's go. Nice.
Sanders. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Going to be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
He reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Sanders once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
70 Lions. 70 up. Let's go now. 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now Milton. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 55 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
6-yard pickup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
41-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Now Sanders. The hitter here, it's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Cowboy 80.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Shrugs him off. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second
Here we
and
go.
3.
Jack, let's go.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. That'll be complete to Sampson. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down.
First
and 10 at the 21-yard line.
19.
Back to throw again. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Quickly completed to the right flat. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
Broncos.
A gain of 13
Here we
yards.
go. Jack.
Here's Milton. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And down to the 7-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Mustang 19. Go. 18. Ready.
Here's Milton now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
To throw, it's Milton. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
The final shot before break. Sanders. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Across midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a little jump from me. So this is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Sanders going to throw again.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ford is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. Set. Panther and left. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Browns' 45-yard line.
Milton. Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Milton.
For a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Sanders to throw.
And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
And his throw is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Buffalo 8, next, go.
From the gun, it's Shadur.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure